4 is what we was doing here. Yes, I've noticed with this now, I'm kind of stretching more and more, and I've got to be honest with you all, it's hurting more and more. So I think in future I'm gonna have to kind of redesign something in here to make it more comfortable to do bigger paint by numbers, because there's one Joker paint by numbers that I really want to get, and it's about £90, and it is, I believe, 3 or 4 times the size of this one. It's huge, and that's going to be the biggest one I've ever done, and I'm struggling with this one through back paint now, and I apologize for how I sound sometimes, because it's kind of tensing my muscle to stop it from hurting the bone in my back, so I apologize for that. But yeah, so I need to get it so it's more comfortable, that's for sure. And then, of course, I'm also in a race with a friend of mine, a streamer, really nice guy, Don the Chonk. I have to finish this painting before he finishes his Planet Coaster playthrough and builds his park. It's been a gauntlet that's laid down now by 717, another great streamer friend of mine, who's basically saying Mark's almost through his painting now. Right there, right, what's this? Opinions like I said, no, I wouldn't do that. Yeah, food, games, art, music is all perspective, and everyone has their own likes, and I respect it until it gets pushed onto you others. Yeah, I got you, people. I'm sorry, not people. Seth, sorry, buddy. My life. These glasses, honestly, they move down the bifocal part on it, and I got so used to my other ones. Like where I would normally read, it's all blurry, but yet my idiot brain doesn't think, just look down a bit more. Because clearly that's far too much for my whittle brain to comprehend. So I apologise. I also apologise because my streaming so far has been very short streams, like an hour and a half long, and it's usually just been paint by numbers, and I still haven't felt in the mood or had the ability of being able to come back here in here and to stream some games and have some real fun. And I apologise to you all for that. All I can tell you is that once I get my stomach sorted out and I start to feel less tired and I feel better, I'll be back at full strength, and then I'll be back to what I was doing before, up to 7 days a week, all day long, because it's not like I've got anything else to do. I don't know if that's sad or if that's good, but it's my life, and you know, I'm making that high quality premium lemonade. And then in there, right there. What's this? S raffle right there with you. Yeah, that's about as high as I'm going to be able to go on that, because that is really, oh balls, I really put brush in the paint then, didn't I? Now I can't look at chat for a minute, although I do just think it's probably just raffle stuff. But oh, by the way, for everyone that's new here, if you do !store, you'll see what you can spend your points on. And I believe if you do !sounds, you'll find out all the sounds that you can do. I don't know. And then if you do !Discord or !socials,
let's do it!
There you go. You'll get to find me wherever I am. You can stalk me. I give you permission. I also have a YouTube channel where I cut down my paint by numbers. So if you're interested in seeing anything else that I've painted, there's a couple of paintings on there as well. My gameplay videos are on there. And yeah, only if you're interested. Right, what's this? Don't try to overdo it. Yeah, I'm beginning to find that because I'm starting to sweat now. Save the game! Boo! Cooldown. Yes, we love our cooldowns over here, Mr. Pitbull. Well, I do anyway. I love a good cooldown. Yes, I kind of realised that I'm pushing it now because I've just... My seatbelt! I've just started to sweat, and that is like... That's the point where I don't want to push it any further than that. But I'm trying my hardest to get this itty little bit done before I do. And then what I will be doing, ladies and gentlemen, is I will be sharing the love in the community as was shared to me by the kind people that have raided me and that have been with me today. And I like to share it with other streaming friends of mine, or as we did the other day, which I was very happy to do, your PC specs make me jealous. Well, I see if I can explain this. So my PC, so I'm disabled, right? I broke my back 28 odd years ago, so I don't get to go to the pub. I don't get to go to holidays and whatever else. I'm basically just stuck inside my house. So all I do is my computer. So the reason that I have such a top high spec computer is that for 7 years I hadn't left my bedroom because of anxiety and depression. So my friends all pushed me into streaming because they said, you're such a bubbly guy, you're such a good laugh, blah 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 blah, right? And you'd work well with streaming. So I thought, you know what, sod it. And I didn't know how to do it because I can repair a computer like left, right and center. I'm very good with that kind of thing, but coding inside the stuff I'm not so good, right? So I know my limitations. So they all set me up with a streaming platform, and I made affiliate in less than 5 days. And I was like, oh, that's all right. I didn't think much of it till I've realised, after speaking to a lot of people, that making affiliate in 5 days legitimately is not really heard of. So that was a bit of a boost. So then I joined the affiliate program, right? And I realised that because I get government checks and stuff, that they consider it as a job, and unfortunately I can't trust any income that I may or may not get from this. So I had to leave the affiliate program. Then I was playing a game and my PC started playing up and it wouldn't stream stuff and I couldn't do it. And then me and my wife both come to this conclusion that blah 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 blah. Yeah, he almost doesn't take a compliment well. What's this? Yeah. She turned around and said to me that streaming's got you out of bed. It's got you back to talking, it's got you back to living a life, and we need to get you back on it. So cut a long story short, me and Mr. Pitbull and a few other friends, we kind of fault finded my PC and stuff, and in the end we changed everything else, and the last thing to change was the graphics card. As it turned out, in the end of it wasn't, but that's a different story. So yeah, I went into huge amounts of debt with my credit card, and I bought a 4090 because I could stream then. And I did that because I'm not just trying to swing my large appendage around on everybody. I did it because the streaming's literally, in no uncertain terms, saved my life. Because talking to you all and meeting you all has changed my life completely for the better. And I don't say that for sympathy. I don't say that because I'm an uber nice guy, because I can be a twat, trust me. Right? I say that because it's the truth. And that's the reason why I have a super fast PC. It's not because I have lots of money and I know how to spend it. It's because it was a necessity for me. But I appreciate you saying so, yeah. And then we're going to turn it and make things a little easier for me, I guess, which would be nice. Now, am I going to be able to do that there? I'm going to have to rest that on my lamp. Oh, am I? No, I could do that. Okay, perfect. Well, it's about as perfect as I can get it. I'm having to squash everything together. I've moved all of them and I had no need. I just noticed. So, actually, you can get more of the picture in here, can't you? Right, okay. So, we are going to start where we left off. Just going to be down here. Right. Yes, I appreciate you for coming back. Anybody that's come back. I'm going to apologise straight out if this is a little lower energy than you were used to. Maybe you are used to it by now. But today is quite a painful day. But we're still carrying on as much as possible. So, how is everybody doing? I'm kind of hoping that everyone else is having a good day today. I started playing just in an attempt to kind of take mind off of things. I started playing Mass Effect Legendary Edition, and it's a brilliant game. It's kind of amazing. Like I worry now for the next generation of gamers. Not the ones we've already got already, you know, the next generation, of whether or not they're going to go back and they're going to play these gems, because the legendary Ozzy from Down Under, oh, Mass Effect is so good. It really is. How you doing, Ozzy? It is so good. I've really been enjoying it, and you know, maybe it's just because of the way I'm feeling today and whatever. I actually took time to read and absorb the story. And for once in my life, right, I say for once in my life, I kind of do it when I'm role playing on GTA servers. But rather than thinking about, oh, the best way of being able to beat the game, the best way of doing this and doing that, I decided that if I was a soldier, I'd be a straightforward talking, no nonsense guy, and, you know, not flirt around people's emotions too much and just get my point across. Yeah, you did. Also, off topic, Diablo 4 failed so hard, people are coming back to Diablo 3. Yeah, I know. That's why. Do you know what? Honestly, I kind of like the look of Diablo 3. This was right about the point where my friend Jimmy bought me, was it Grim Dawn and all of the DLC? Because as I was saying around that time, I didn't know that my favourite game on the PSP, which was Untold Legends, is basically a Diablo style game. So he bought me that, and yeah, I've yet to play through it all. I did a bit of it, but usual me, I start things and then don't finish them, which is an annoying trait which I am trying my hardest to overcome. That's why I started doing my garage again, because my intention is to play that through now to the end of the content. And this is one of the reasons why I haven't really been focusing on doing any other games. And unfortunately for me, it does seem like that little attack I had a while ago that lasted for 3 months, I'm not saying it is back, but I'm getting all of the same symptoms I had the last time. So there is every possibility that all of my content, all of my videos will go back to being me doing nothing again, because I'll be convalescing in bed and what have you. But this is one of the reasons why I'm kind of forcing myself today to come on here and do this. And also, you guys always cheer me up no matter what's going on. So I figured, what's the worst that's going to happen? I'll start this and feel sick and have to leave. Well, boo-hoo to me. You know, it is what it is. So that's kind of what I decided to do today. I'm sorry for constantly going on about what's wrong with me. For any of you out there that are unlucky enough to kind of sympathise and empathise with my situation, you know that when you're in sort of chronic pain all the time, and you have problems, it is kind of all that you ever really speak about and focus on, because it is all encompassing of every facet of your life. But I do apologize. I'm not, although I suffer with depression, I try not to be, as best as possible, a depressive person. So I'm going to be playing that too on Sunday. Oh, nice. So you're going to be playing that on Sunday, eh? Nice. I know there was a bit of a free version on there, but it only takes you up so far. And as much as I would love to play it, I can't really afford it. And B, I am so overcommitted to the library of games I've got so far. It's whether or not I would actually have time to try and fit it in. And I'm going to clip that comment I just made there and send it to my friend Jimmy to prove to him that I do know I'm already overcommitted. I'm admitting it there. But yeah. So Last Epoch also released in December. Yeah, you see, Last Epoch, I was thinking, like, I can't afford to go and get Diablo 4, right? But I was considering trying to get Last Epoch because it seemed to not want to go the same route as what Activision Blizzard have done, you know, which is cash grabs and microtransactions everywhere and what have you. And so I decided maybe that was the one I should actually take the dive into. And I've had it on my wish list on Steam. And then I understand that now they're doing it. So, and they're doing it before they actually release the game. So I don't know. I genuinely don't know what to do, which way to turn and whatever else. So I decided to just focus on what I already own. I was going to see if I could do a bit of a playthrough of Mass Effect, but I don't think anyone's really going to want to watch me play it. And I don't think it's going to benefit anybody, me doing a playthrough, because the game has been done, from what I understand and seen, it's kind of been done to death. So I might just play it just for my own. I really don't care about cosmetics. Yeah, getcha. So I just figured that I'd play that whilst I'm not doing too good. Keeps me busy, you know. So the last thing you want to do is live in your head when you're in pain or feeling rough. Not that I'm a religious man, but I do believe in the premise behind the devil makes work for idle hands. So yeah, and plus to the fact it's her birthday very soon. I think it's within the next 2 to 3 weeks, which shouldn't really be an issue to get this finished in that time frame. However, if I do start to go really downhill like I did before, that took me 3 months to bounce back, and that wasn't even bouncing back fully. So kind of hoping you know, with a bit of luck, that's not going to be the case this time. And of course, the doctors are not really doing anything for me, because I have to wait to speak to my doctor on Wednesday afternoon to find out exactly what's going on. So I'm kind of left in limbo. I'm not moaning or complaining or anything, because I know that there are tens of thousands, millions probably, of people out there that are rowing in the same boat that I am. And I don't blame the doctors or the nurses, because it's not their fault. And what's horrible is because they're at the front line of it all, they're the one that get all the backlash for it. Also, I want to try Star Citizen next time it goes on. Next time it goes on sale. Really? Do you know what? Honestly, I've tried Star Citizen on the now granted, and before I get any hate online, I tried my hardest to get it optimized and stuff. But I'm running a 4090 and a pretty beefy computer, and it wasn't running well on that. Now, like I said, granted, that could just be me, but I don't know. When you turn a game on with a 4090 and a machine like I've got, and you start to see it struggle, you kind of got to think to yourself, really? You know, it's, I don't know, maybe that's just me. I was invited today to play Wreckfest with Kitty, Mad Kitty. I think most of you who actually know me, who come in here regularly and stuff, can probably hear that I am struggling a little today. But I'm still here and I'm still trying. And I appreciate everybody turning up. I really do. Don the Chunk! How you doing, buddy? As you can see, I'm getting further into this than you are into your coaster game. Ow. Let me give you a shout out. I can't do that because my stream deck has just decided, no, we don't want to give anybody shout outs, we just want to turn ourselves off. Oh no, it's working. Why do you press the button? It's going off. Oh well. I'm alright. What numbers we learned today? Well, I'm still on, I think you pronounce it number 1. So I haven't made huge, leaps into learning them, but I'm getting there. I believe number 1 is like quite a way down the line, though. I think. I could be wrong. Hey, walls takes up. Yes, they do. Yes, as you have demonstrated to the best of your abilities. They take a very long time. You going to be streaming today, buddy? I can't give him a shout out because my stream deck says no, basically. But if you haven't followed Don the Chunk, you really should do. He's such a nice guy. And you'd be giving the misfortunate a helping hand. Oh. Joe, honestly, I'm not trying to be egging you up. Yeah. Nay, cleaning the garden today. Nice. Yes, you can come around and do mine if you like. That needs a bloody good clean. Can't even laugh properly right now because it's just, yeah. I'd love to just say it's uncomfortable, but it's not. You hate gardening, dear. Well, I would suggest you grow a love for it because pretty soon you'll be having to make your own food because you're not going to be able to afford to buy any. Donna, I was having a rant yesterday. Well, I have a rant almost every day, but I was telling everyone what's stuck this time. No, I'm back taking them anti-sickness meds because my stomach's been feeling a bit iffy the last few days. And last night it was like, oh, hello, do you remember me? Oh, here we go. So yeah, today it's you of all people can probably tell that from just the way I'm sounding that it's not the best right now. But I'm not giving up. It's my little granddaughter's birthday soon and I'd like to try and get this finished off. And also, I just don't want to sit here wallowing in self-pity because I'm not feeling too good. So while I can get in here and do, even if it's just paint by numbers. And when I say even if, I'm not taking anything away from this because I enjoyed it. Mr. Studley, how you doing? Just want to check there. Nice to see you in here, bud. Yeah, I figured that while I can, I'm going to. Because if it was anything like last time, I couldn't even manage to look at the screen for long. So, yeah. It's alright. I'm still breathing. I still have a smile on my face. And, you know, I'm still relatively happy. Relatively. But yeah, I don't know if you know about this, Don, but did you know that in Parliament right now, or possibly have already gone passed the bill? Damn, on a call. Yes, of course it's on a call down. They're actually passing a bill right now to make it a criminal. No, hang on. Let me start off with this. So for net zero, right, which is all of the green stuff to stop us from killing the planet and whatever else, they want to fit us all with smart meters for our gas and electric, and eventually water as well, right? Well, the problem is that people don't want these smart meters because they can see through who's paying the bill. Yeah, it's paying the bill. No, passing a bill. They can't come in and do it because people refuse them access, right? So under the guise of this net zero thing, they're going to try now to pass a bill to make it illegal for you to, or actually criminalize you for stopping an engineer to come and do his work by fitting you a smart meter, right? And if they criminalize it, the police then have the powers to allow the company to kick your door in, basically force you out, arrest you, whilst the guys go in, and no, you're gonna have no choice over it, buddy. If they pass it, which they probably will, they've done most of it so far. So yeah, so they can come in and then fit your meter, and if you tamper with the meter and whatever, that will be a criminal offence. Well, this is the problem. Your protest, right? Right. But the problem is, though, is that I'm guessing, Studley, that you don't even know that this is being passed right now in Parliament because they've kept it quiet so that you don't go out and protest. So there's that part of it, right? So the other part of it is that it's, and the law's actually going through right now, and it's if the government come up with a net zero scheme, right? So I'll try and simplify this as much as possible. So say for argument's sake, what's the difference from a normal meter that sends the reading, the one that automatically does it for you? Right, there is a huge difference, right? So if they decide that net zero say that, okay, the average 2-bedroom apartment, for argument's sake, and we're just using for argument's sake figures here, the average person would use £60 a week in electric and £30 a week in gas, right? Let's just take that as a baseline. And then they turn around and say, well, we can't have you spending that much in electric and gas. So what we're going to do is to bring down us into line with net zero. You're now only allowed to spend £40 of electric a week, and £25 of a gas. So you'll sit there and go, well, hang on a minute, I need to eat. I kind of want to watch telly. I've got to wash my clothes and everything else. And you're going to sit there now and say, what any British person would do. It's like, well, you can't tell me what I can and can't do. Well, here's the kicker. Okay, Studley. See, I didn't even look up then, right? So, because I knew you was going to say that, because I was going to say exactly the same thing. So they're also making it a criminal offence. Now, the word criminal again, right? If you fail to reduce your emissions and your usage, and if you don't, as well as a custodial sentence, so you'll go to prison for it, you will be fined £15,000. How do you like that apple, Mark? I don't know if you know this, but you're sideways. Yes, I know, because unfortunately my stomach's playing me up 7, and I can't do the stretching, so I've had to move this on its side, mate. I can't stretch out. But yeah, and Studley, feel free to do some Googling yourself, because it's been kept out of mainstream media. I wonder why. But it is 100% true. So yeah, so what if you decide to go off grid? Well, that's the thing. If you go off grid, then you're off grid. That's it. You can, but the problem is that when you get a house, right, that they have to fit it with a gas and electricity meter for quote unquote safety reasons, right? So you can, I believe that you can elect to have your gas and electricity switched off, right? But as far as I know, and I could be wrong in this statement, so please don't take this as read, because I don't know. But I believe because you have a meter which you can't have taken away or remove yourself, right, from what I understand, you will still have to pay a standing charge. You off, are you, Studders? I'm going to enjoy life whilst I can. I don't blame you, buddy. I really don't. But yeah, I found all this out the other day, just completely by accident. And it's quite scary, really. Not to want to bring the mood down, but I'm kind of curious as to how many people know about it. Right. Hang on a minute. My missus is just coming upstairs with her phone on. So would you give me a second? Because I'm not sure that my missus actually wants to talk to me and she's on speakerphone. So give me a second here. Right, sorry about it. No, so my missus was giving me my dinner. So bugger. I wish she'd tell me sometimes she's doing it, bless her. Well, yes, I'm back. I wish it was kinky time, Studley, but unfortunately it's not. It's sustenance time. And I had no idea that it was being cooked, because if I'd have known that it was going to be done that early, I would have explained to my missus that I'm not actually eating right now. And now I feel kind of guilty because she's cooked for me and I don't know if I'm going to be able to eat it. So, yeah, it's all good fun. But yeah, I just wanted to know how many people actually knew about this with the electric and gas, because it just seems like a weird thing. Well, not weird. It just seems amazing to me that such an important bill that's being passed in Parliament isn't made public knowledge. Hide it in a drawer, she'll never know. Yeah. Yet she always finds those special socks, you know? Ow. Ah, dear. But yeah. So how's things going with your house? The fact that you laugh, you know exactly what I mean. How's things going with the house and stuff? I know you was signing contracts and doing whatever the last time we spoke. Furious socks, you said. Yeah, special ones. Yeah, they keep your feet really, really, really warm. They have extra grip. How you doing, Furious? Honestly, if I'd have known that my missus was dead, see, I couldn't even smell dinner being done. It's because I'm in the computer room right now and I've got loads of air fresheners and stuff on just to make it smell nice in here. I'm actually burning in my oil burner by the side of me. I'm burning hot apple pie, which really does smell good. Yeah. There, another 12. It's quite a few of these 12s actually. Things I don't know how are out to go. Don't know whether I'm not going to go over that side. I kind of feel like that the unicorn needs a head. Are you up for playing a bit of Palea later on, Furious? Bit of a cake making party, maybe, depending on how I feel. Well, even if I'm not, my missus and Lindy and whatever will be in, so you're more than welcome to join in. What's this? But house-wise, get keys on the 18th of October. Drive is booked. Damp course is booked. Re-roof is booked. That's amazing news, mate. You'll be in before Christmas. That's really nice to hear. So you'll have a bit of time then to, at the very least, get your kitchen workable. I don't know what state the kitchen's in, right? But I'm guessing with that amount of time, you should be able to get your kitchen workable and at least one room in a fair enough condition to be able to enjoy your Christmas. Granted, that is dependent on how the house. It's going to be a nightmare, so much to do. I can imagine, mate. I can honestly imagine. If I lived closer and I was able to, I would come and help. I could sit there with me little boombox and play polka for you the whole time you're decorating and stuff. Because what I'd do is I'd say to you that I'm not going to leave until we're finished, and then I'd play polka, and then that way then you wouldn't sleep or stop. Polka paint party. Yeah, exactly. Imagine saying that 5 times fast when you've had a couple of drinks. Do you know, I want to admit something to everybody in here. Can't wait for the day when I come on and there's nothing wrong with me. And I'm like, just back to where I used to be, having a laugh. That's not me moaning or self-pitying. It's just like, I just want to get back to doing that. I'm thinking that I should possibly eat. Thing is I don't want to leave you guys on a be right back screen or words with friends or whatever else. And like I said, if I'd have known that this was all happening, I wouldn't have even started this until later on. Don't know what to do. And it feels horrible, like me just going because I've got my dinner, but I don't know what to do. I think the kindest and fairest way of doing it is to me to go eat my dinner and then come back on stream in a bit when I've finished it. Because I don't know, I'm going to be like Arsenal. Done the jump, jumping voice chat and entertainers. Could you imagine? Polka, please. Oh dear. It's kind of bugging me, that one. Get the orange pieces done. Perfect. Right. What have we got? 13 next. Oof. Sure, it was a 13. Yeah, I wasn't seeing things. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can try and do a couple of these streams a day. I know it's just paint by numbers. I know you guys really want to see me play a game and just have a laugh and stuff. I'm just doing what I can, because I also don't want you guys thinking I'm gonna disappear or I'm like an overnight thing in there. I'm done, because I'm not. I'm just having a bit of a crappy time for the last quarter of my life. It feels like. And also, I'd like to get my painting finished before Don finishes his roller coaster park, because I think that would be kind of funny for the rest of our lives. He will always be known as the guy that couldn't do a park in the time it took me to do a really integral paint by numbers. I wonder if Studies is actually looking into that electric and gas thing. Because I'm not going to lie to you, when I got told about it, I was like, that's not going to happen. And then I went off and did a little research, and I was kind of stunned to find out that it actually is happening. Have at least 5 years. Yeah, well, you know, I mean, like anything with the government, you know, they usually take their time doing anything. It's just like, it's the implications that come with it that worry me. You know what I mean? I know it's not for right now, and they're not going to be able to come in and do stuff that is going to be pretty detrimental to those of us that can't afford to pay big bills and stuff. But so will this also apply to the MPs and all their spare homes? Well, this is the thing, you know. I mean, you know as well as I do, mate. Like, if we don't pay our taxes and stuff, right, we all get stuff. But let's be fair now. All, and I do mean almost all, of rich people don't pay tax. Companies don't pay tax. They always manage to find a way around it all. You know, legally, so they can just keep it all while we all get stuff. So I'm gonna quietly, confidently say that no, they probably won't, mate. But isn't that always the way? Kind of makes me want to run for Prime Minister myself just to get the perks of the job. Can you imagine me as a Prime Minister? Supplies! Imagine if I was a Prime Minister and I'd still did paint by numbers on the street. I love it, Lella. I mean, they did a vibe. They'd have cool swimming pools. Yeah, exactly. Right, I tell you, I've just decided. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. It is pointless me putting you on a what's it, because I don't know how long I'm going to be eating, because I don't know how I'm going to be eating at the moment. And this is terrible. I've only been streaming for what, 35 minutes. It's a pain in the backside. But I'm gonna shoot off now.